Hello children, welcome to Guru Gobind Singh Foundations, Guru Gobind Singh Public School and Junior College. Subject Geography, Standard 7th. Lesson number 4, Air Pressure. Children, we are going to learn part 1 of the lesson. Children, here are the learning outcomes of the lesson. They are to understand the factors influencing air pressure, understanding the correlation between temperature and the pressure belts, and to enable to know about temperate zones. Dear children, topics of the lesson are air pressure, altitude of the region and air pressure, air temperature and air pressure, temperate zones and pressure belts and planetary winds. So dear children, here is an activity. Okay, so here you are able to see weighing machine and the balloon, isn't it? So children, during the activity, you saw that balloon on the weighing machine shows weight. Any object that has weight exert pressure on the things that lies below it. Thus, the air in the atmosphere exerts pressure on the surface of the earth, and due to this air pressure, various phenomena like storms, precipitation, etc. occurs in the atmosphere. Children, there are variation in air pressure. Okay, so air pressure is not uniform on all places on the earth's surface. It is not same. Uneven distribution is there. So air pressure keeps on changing from time to time. The altitude of a region, temperature of the air, and amount of water vapor in the air are some factor which influence air pressure. So dear children, now we will learn about the altitude of the region and the air pressure. So we know that the air closer to the surface of earth is having a proportion of dust in the air. After that, water vapors and heavy gases, and all these proportions are higher. Okay, so this proportions decreases. When this proportion decreases, as the air started to move towards the increasing altitude, towards the higher altitude. So as the air started to move higher and higher from the surface of the air started to become thinner and thinner. As a result, the air pressure decreases with increasing altitude. Children, here is an activity of flying laltan. You are able to see that the one lady, she is having a laltan in her hand. Even you are able to see some of the children, they also have a laltan in their hand. Okay, so how it occurs, how it moves in the air, how it goes in the air, that we will learn now. This the geographical explanation is that the air in the flying lantern gets heated once the candle is lit. You had seen the candle in the lantern, isn't it? So the hot air started to expand. That air becomes lighter and start moving up, and therefore the lantern is also lifted up towards the sky. So in nature too, a similar phenomena also occurs. Now, dear children, temperature and air pressure. These two concepts are closely related to each other. So, wherever the temperature is high, the air pressure is low. Always remember, children, wherever the temperature is high, the air pressure is always low. As the temperature rises, the air gets heated. Okay, the temperature rises, the air gets heated, it gets expands, and also it becomes lighter. This lighter air in the vicinity of the earth's surface started moving up towards the sky. So what happened because of this? The air pressure in such areas started to decrease. So temperature zones and the pressure belts, they are interrelated to each other, but the latitudinal extent of the temperature zone is much larger while pressure belts are narrower. So we can see the uneven distribution of temperature influence the distribution of air pressure too. So this leads to the formation of low and high pressure belts horizontally between the equator and the poles. Children, here is a diagram of temperature zone and pressure belt. Okay, so in the temperature zone you are able to see the torrid zone, okay, temperate zone and freeze zone. Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, equator, that you know. South Pole and North Pole, even their degrees are also given here. In the next diagram, you are able to see the equatorial low pressure belt, mid latitudinal high pressure belt, subpolar low pressure belt and polar winds with their degrees. Okay, so here in the next video we will learn about the pressure belts. So now the recapitulation of the lesson. Children, what we learned today? We learn about the factors which are responsible for influencing air pressure, altitude of the region and the air pressure. Then we learn about the air temperature and air pressure, thermal zones and the pressure belts and the planetary winds. Now the assignment. Okay, so question number 1 is read the lesson and write new words or difficult words in classwork notebook. You have to draw the diagram given on the page number 17. Temperature zones and the pressure belt and the planetary winds. Children, I hope that you have understood the taught topic, and then also if you have any queries, any problems, please let me know about it. Thank you very much.